The United States has introduced new travel rules for Canadians planning extended stays. Starting April 11, 2025, Canadians age 14 and older staying in the U.S. for 30 days or more must register with U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, or USCIS. This registration must be completed within 10 days of arrival. The new rule applies to those entering the U.S. by land or ferry. It does not apply to air travel. This new requirement represents a significant change for Canadian travelers accustomed to relatively easy border crossings. The U.S. government states that the new regulations are intended to improve border security and track long-term visitors more effectively. However, many Canadians view the new rules as unnecessary and burdensome. I'm sure you've heard the news. The new registration requirement has caused particular concern amongst Canadian snowbirds and retirees. Every year, an estimated 1 million Canadians spend their winters in the southern United States. These individuals, often retired and seeking warmer climates, typically spend several months at a time in the U.S. The new rules disproportionately affect this demographic, potentially causing friction and frustration. Many snowbirds express feeling unfairly targeted by the new regulations. They argue that they are not a security threat and that the registration process adds unnecessary complexity to their travel plans. Some view the requirement as insulting, implying a lack of trust in Canadian visitors. The registration process itself is relatively straightforward. Canadians can register with USCIS online through their website. The website provides step-by-step instructions and requires travelers to create a USCIS account. Travelers will need to provide basic information, including their name, date of birth, passport details, and a current U.S. address. One important point to note is that the registration process does not involve providing fingerprints. This aspect has alleviated some concerns about the intrusiveness of the new rules. However, the requirement to provide a U.S. address can be challenging for some travelers, particularly those who move around frequently or stay in temporary accommodations. Practical tips for preparation. To ensure a smooth transition under the new travel rules, Canadians planning extended stays in the U.S. should take several practical steps to prepare. Firstly, register with USCIS within 10 days of arrival. This step can be completed online and requires basic personal and travel information. Secondly, when crossing the border by land, request a stamp in your passport as proof of entry. This stamp can be helpful later on, potentially simplifying paperwork related to your stay. Thirdly, keep proof of your registration, either a physical copy of the confirmation or a digital copy accessible on your phone or other devices. Border crossing rights and precautions. When crossing the U.S. border, it's crucial for Canadians to be aware of their rights and take necessary precautions. While Canada and the U.S. share a close relationship, it's important to remember that U.S. Customs and Border Protection, or CBP, has broad authority. CBP officers have the right to search your belongings, including electronic devices, without a warrant. You have the right to remain silent and refuse a search of your belongings or electronic devices. However, exercising this right may result in denied entry to the United States. Be prepared to answer questions about the purpose, length, and accommodation for your visit. You may also be asked about your occupation, if applicable. Canada's travel advisory and global context. In response to the new U.S. entry and exit rules, Canada has issued a travel advisory for its citizens traveling to the United States. This advisory informs Canadians about the new registration requirement and provides guidance on navigating the process. Canada is not alone in issuing such advisories. Other countries, including France, Denmark, Germany, Finland, and the United Kingdom, have also issued travel advisories regarding the United States. Some of these advisories specifically mention stricter enforcement of immigration rules and potential issues for transgender travelers. The advisories reflect a broader trend of heightened scrutiny and evolving travel regulations worldwide. Staying informed in a changing travel landscape. The introduction of new travel rules for Canadians highlights the importance of staying informed about changing regulations. Travel requirements can change quickly, and it's essential to be aware of the latest guidelines before crossing any international border. Canadians planning trips to the United States should regularly check the Government of Canada's travel website for the most up-to-date information. The website provides detailed information on entry and exit requirements, visa information, health recommendations, and safety tips. By staying informed and prepared, Canadians can help ensure smoother and more enjoyable travel experiences, even in the face of evolving regulations. Thank you for watching. Stay informed and travel safely. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates.